here. All right, honestly, yeah, this was pretty stupid. We have to wait a few moments. Yeah, so instead of doing this, this is dumb. Wait until we get an ACK from both events. Right, we should have that. We shouldn't just wait an arbitrary amount of time. Okay, so then we set the match the what are we doing here? Oh yeah, we're just turning off the game. So turning off the game just essentially like pauses everything, and it like I guess it just pretty much halts the game. Like nothing can happen. And then we pass in a reason. We're just saying the round's over. We can actually see what happens. Yeah, so when we're setting it to like false, where the world is gonna go idle, so it's like you're pausing the game, like you would press escape on your keyboard. We're just gonna give a reason. The round's over, and then we're gonna execute this task on all the connected players. And we're not gonna continue until we do that. And what we do is we get each player. I don't know why we do this. I think it's because we essentially this thing requires a task of a user. I don't know why I had this user differentiation, to be honest. In network identity, network inventory. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know why that would be the case. Anyways, yeah. We I guess get a. This is why I hate fucking Java. Yeah, we do this. I guess winner dot is ally. So I guess if the winner. Oh, so if the player and the winner are allies, then they would see this message. Otherwise, they'd see this message, right? Because if you're the winner and you had a teammate, then you would see the message. I think this function also returns true if it's yourself. Yeah, this would make sense. And then we call soft win. That's funny. What the fuck is a soft win? Oh, I see. Okay. So this was directly below that. I'm just blind. So we have team winner and loser. We don't even use the loser variables. Okay, but let's go. So winner, if winner dot get team number is 1. So if it's team 1. Oh, okay, then we increment this. Team 1 increment that. If they exceed that, oh, then we end the game. Um Interesting. So I think if I remember correctly, ending the game um essentially like ends the entire game session and there's no going back. Like this is it. And you just pass in who the winner is. Um so then we say match ended, the game has ended. If there are winners, then we set the winning team to be this. We say winners, they execute their on win thing. The losing team get their on lose thing. Because I think it just grabs the opposite of the winning team. Yeah, this was kind of dumb, but I think it was just to save on memory at the time, which I don't know why that was important, but it works, I guess. Um, Otherwise, we set winning team to -1. Wait, it's a number? Oh, we're setting the winning team's number. Oh, interesting. I think it is because we are like serializing some data in here. Um, Interesting. Execute on all players. Oh yeah, I remember. In Java is like a fucking memory hog. It uses so much memory. Execute on all players. So we execute this on everyone. We essentially freeze the game and we make them visible. We request an entity update. I think this was like a manual like request that you could do if you wanted to alert the clients of something before the automated like scheduler did it. And the scheduler would do it however often the network settings was set to, which I think was just like like 40 packets per second or something, because then everything else was interpolated. Because honestly, that's all you really need, right? Um, and then we just announce the winners. I think this just set the game to false. Yep, and just shows the text. But we explicitly don't set it to idle. This is important because we want the game world to continue executing like stuff. We don't want to pause. We're not pausing the game. Yeah, and that's what happens if Team 1 wins. The same thing happens when Team 2 wins, but we're just checking a different variable here. And then we wait 1 second, and then we do begin intermission. Oh, right. Okay, so there's a return statement here. So that means that when we end the game, we stop execution here. And that's sort of what soft win means, I guess. Is like, if these conditions, if we didn't actually end the game, we're going to continue to intermission. That's some weird logic right there. But let's do it anyways. So begin intermissions, we unready all the teams. We clear the inventory of Team 1, but not of Team 2. Why not? What? So I guess we'll add that. Team 2 dot clear inventory. That's weird. Okay. Set countdown. Oh, this is cool. So this let you show a countdown in the game client. And I think there's a few packets to show this that we can put on the Unity side to customize. And then when the countdown ended, you can invoke a function, right? And intermission, I think, just respawns all the teams and sets the game back to true. And I think respawn teams lets you respawn all the teams in different random locations. Yeah. And this is all the spawning code. We don't have to get into that. Same thing with set active. I know that world stuff is really complicated for no reason. I don't know what was going on. Okay. So that was the countdown. Now we have this when function. Now this when function is interesting. It lets you specify an action that you execute asynchronously when condition is true sometime in the future. So what this is saying is when Team 1 is ready and Team 2 is ready, execute these two methods. And then it continues. It doesn't wait for this to happen. It will happen at some point in the future, right? What's going to happen is if both Team 1 and Team 2 are ready before the countdown ends, then we're going to cancel the countdown and then we just start the game right away. The reason why we do this is I think we wanted to try out like a cool thing where you set it to like 10 seconds, but if both teams ready, then the countdown just stops. So it kind of gives like a, like you don't actually know when it's gonna start kind of thing. Like it's a little bit more mind game, but you can make it start like in 5 seconds because you just don't have to ready up. And if you don't ready up, then after 5 seconds you just go. So it's kind of like you don't have to press the button, but if you do, then you're anticipating that like you're ready to go. It was kind of a interesting idea back. So then you just reset the lives. I think this resets it back to whatever you specified. So let's see. Resets the playable's lives and updates all of the players. The playable must be in a match, otherwise, yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Yep. So we just reset the lives of all the teams. That's what begin intermission does. Wait. Oh, I see. Wait. Why would that be the case? Or do we just reset the lives? Begin intermission. Oh, wait, so does when halt? Okay, so when makes a when object, yeah. So this is the execute thing. It returns this. Yeah, so this happens instantly. So we just reset the lives. And then... Oh, and then it does soft win. Oh, and then we go back up to the top, and then we do wait for this. Oh, that's kind of cool. So we do the when thing, which is for the countdown, right? We reset the lives, and while the countdown's happening, we complete everything else. So, soft wind is ended, then we exited the while loop, And then we go back up to the top and we just say wait for either team to die, and then the countdown will just end and the game will start again, all in the background. Uh, that's kind of interesting concept. I think it looks better and not such a complicated game type. Best of is kind of, it's not complicated, but it's just kind of like, it's not a good idea for this setup. Um, so what happens if there isn't a winner, if there's a draw? So if there's a draw, it just does this and then goes back up to the top. Oh, so draws don't work. Set match method. Yeah, that doesn't work. Okay, to do handle draw. Interesting. I don't think, maybe there was never draws, so this never happened. It would have to probably just be like this again. Begin intermission. Right? We just call begin intermission because we don't do this code. And we don't increment it because there was a draw. So I think we just do begin intermission. And we can just do it after like thread dot we can just do it after like 2 seconds, right? And we'll just surround this with a, oh, cancel that. Why is that the first option? So I don't have to try catch, obviously. And what is this doing? Probably busy waiting. Yeah, it is busy waiting. Cause this, yeah, it is busy waiting. But it's not like, it's not what you think, Java. It's not what you think. So we're just gonna do, yeah, we just do begin intermission again, and that should just reset the game, because that's what this does. It unreadies the team, clears the inventories, does the countdown thing, does the mind fuck logic game puzzle game mechanic for the countdown thing, then resets the lives. And then it goes back up to the top. So the game has reset, essentially, right? Don't we have to respawn? Oh, that's what the end intermission does. Right. So yeah, we respawn and we, yeah, so this is all gonna work. Okay, so that to-do is already done. And this was best of. Holy crap. We got a lot to go. So team deathmatch. Oh my god. You see, this is when I think the stage API was built for. This is what the stage API was built for. So when team 1 is dead but team 2 isn't dead, end the game with the winner being team 1. When team 1 isn't dead and team 2 is dead. What the fuck? Wait. That doesn't make sense. Wait, when team 1 is dead and team 2 isn't dead, team 1 is the winner? No, team 2 is the winner. Hold up. That's weird. When team 1 is dead, isn't dead, and team 2 is dead, team 1 is the winner. And when team 1 and team 2 are both dead, there is no winner. Beautiful, beautiful code. You can literally read it. When team 1 is dead and not team 2 is dead, and with the winner being team 2. When team 1 not is dead and team 2 is dead, and team 1 is the winner. When team 1 is dead and team 2 is dead, there is no winners. It's just null. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So now we have the tutorial. The tutorial item does nothing. Oh, I think this was someone was building the item tutorial stage and they never did it. So tutorial bot is a bot, a player that's a bot that's used for the tutorial, looks like. Interesting. So it just fires at the player when that bool is set to true. And player did fire. First fire, oh then you do fire, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so we have, this is the player, so you specify a player. So we set the, so the tutorial bot, we set the name to alum. We save the player that we're given, and then in 5 seconds we're ready up. I think this is just for the tutorial 5 second start. Um, every tick, if first fire is true, um, then if player did fire, wait, if